all the pieces that factored into Northwestern Medicine Field at Martin Stadium to come to fruition, so impressive. In the scope of Power 4 football, this clearly is the most unique setting in all of college football, and it's ours, and it's uniquely Northwestern. I think in a lot of ways it personifies us, and ultimately was disappointed that we didn't win more games at home. And that's a fun challenge going into 2025. Is how do we deliver on creating a home field advantage and win at home and creating momentum at home. Coming off a 4-8 season, there's no way to make yourself feel good about a 4-8 season. Ultimately it was a disappointing season, but it also provided an opportunity for us to really be evaluators and enter into constructive conversations of what we need to do to get better. This group knows that it still has a lot of work to do. It also is a group that understands that we are not defined by last season. This is a new group, it's a new collection of people. A lot of those that were on the team last year, but plenty that weren't. It's a new group, it's a new feeling in the facility. This group's got a chip on its shoulder and is getting to work.
Hey, what you looking at right now? You know you need it. Competitors on the regular look so defeated. Cause we punish you, throw in the towel before we get done with it. Better bring heavy hitters of your own because we come.
So we've really been trying to hit this offseason very hard. Obviously we didn't have the season that we wanted, 2024 going 4-8. So, just coming back in January, that first team meeting back, Coach Braun, really wanted to hit the ground running during those winter workouts, just to develop the whole roster, build a team. We've just been grinding just because, we don't want to be in the position that we were in last year.
Yeah, I think everything's been really intense this year and really amplified. We have a lot of individual leadership within our team right now.
Let's get paid, baby. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Which I feel is great because it's kind of lifting everyone up during those kind of lifting sessions.
So really this year what we've really been prioritizing is putting in more on us as a team, as players to be leaders and have a say on what we want to do with the program, what we need to do to take this, and what steps we need to take in order to reach where we want to go.
The tone's been intense, really detail-oriented. Tone's just been, bringing the guy that's next to you with you. We're going to win games as a team. We're only as strong as our weakest link, so it's really been like a brotherhood kind of intense thing.
It's been awesome. We've held each other to a whole new standard, and we're pushing each other every single day, so it's more of we're definitely coming together as a family type of bond.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
All right. We talked about this briefly yesterday, but priorities for fall camp, really no different than the priorities for spring ball in terms of where our focus is. We don't need to be concerned about week 1 yet. We just need to worry about what? Day one, man. Day one. This group. At the end of the day, man, we are preparing ourselves for the arena, okay? Mistakes will happen. I will empower those mistakes. Just make sure that you are making decisive, convicted, physical decisions. Your teammates will make you right. Man, competition, it starts with you versus you. Man, you want to reach the pinnacle? Keep asking yourself, was today better than yesterday? All right, guys, we're on to special teams together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Power Lunch. A new era is beginning for college sports. Effective today, colleges and universities are now permitted to directly compensate their student athletes.
An entire new infrastructure for enforcement has to be put into place by July 1st.
There are a lot of programs that are making moves and hiring quote-unquote general managers.
How important is a GM? It's a solid 7 and rising. And some people would argue it's already a 10 on the 1 to 10 scale.
I think a general manager, different from a director of player personnel, is necessary in the modern version of college football because building a roster and maintaining relationships with players is so much different than it's ever been.
My name is Preston Sarkisian. I'm the general manager of Northwestern University Athletics. Growing up as a lifelong Northwestern fan and coming from a family with a lot of Northwestern ties, you see the type of success that Northwestern produces, whether that be in the classroom, in the working world, or on the field. Really excited to be part of this group as the first year unfolds with the rev share, to really make it our own, the Northwestern way.
The landscape of college football specifically has been absolutely turned on its head, and to have someone that is solely focused on our roster, the development of our roster, the retention of our roster, going out and getting the right young men out of high school, the right transfers that fit this program, someone that's understanding what it looks like to operate and manage a revenue share budget in this new landscape after the House settlement. And it's also allowed me in this chaotic time of college athletics to trust our communication and really focus on our team. Not the guys that we are hoping to bring in, the guys that are here, that are with us. I think I'm a better version of myself in my role with Christian on board as our GM.
With my time getting here in mid-May, they had gone through the winter portal window already, so there were plenty of new player acquisitions made for the 2025 roster. What's been exciting is just to see how there's been so many hits based on their football character. And in the world of player evaluation, the easy part is doing the on-field evaluation. The harder part is really figuring out the character of the player. We've seen that across different position groups with our new additions. Most notably, as the world of football is, it's a quarterback-driven sport.
Stone, again deep, again end zone, caught! Sliding catch!
Stone will look to throw with time, lobbing it to the end zone, catch made, touchdown!
Timing play, front left corner of the end zone, Keyshawn Smith, touchdown!
Stone throwing for the end zone.
And caught!
My name is Preston Stone. I'm a grad transfer quarterback.
A couple other guys who are with us right now as well, quarterback Preston Stone.
The process in getting Preston Stone here was a unique one for a couple reasons. Number one, we were really familiar with Preston, his film. I think the neat part of the story in terms of Preston making the decision to come to Northwestern stems back to, I think he and I built a quick relationship. Coach Lujan and Preston certainly did, but it was the time that he spent with our current players. He wanted to meet with leadership, our leadership wanted to meet with him. They spent about an hour just Preston and our leadership. And Preston walked out of that meeting saying, this is a group of guys I want to play with. And I had multiple leaders on our team grab me afterwards and say, Coach, we got to find a way to get this guy. And I think that speaks to who Preston is as a competitor and as a teammate.
Quarterback is a position that definitely leadership is a necessity. And coming in here to a program where the player leadership is unlike any other place I've ever seen. I knew that there was going to be nothing that's given, everything has to be earned. And so just being able to, first things first is building those relationships with the guys on the team, the guys who have laid the foundation for what this program is, like Cam Porter, Mac Uline, guys who have poured countless hours into making sure this team wins football games, understanding how they go about doing things and how they run this team, and building relationships to where when we step on the field on Saturdays that the guys know that I'm their brother and that I'd do anything for them.
Come on. Start this off high. Let's go, baby. Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
I think the main thing for us here, especially at Northwestern, it's just going to come down to our grit. I think that we're going to go for harder and for longer than a lot of other teams.
Run inside the cone.
with the brotherhood that we built so far, whether it's guys like myself coming in and being our first year, or guys who are on their 4th and 5th year here. There's really no distinction in the locker room as to who's a new guy, who's a veteran guy. We're all one team doing this together.
We separate right here. We need to go dominate on that side and on that side.
Yeah.
The main thing that separates between winning and losing is really who wants it more. It's plain and simple. Obviously, you have the X's and O's, you have the playbooks you go through practice, but at the end of the day, who's going to go farther? Is it going to be you or the opponent? And that's what we've really been priding ourselves on.
I feel like we're going to come out fast and physical this entire year, and I feel like that's not going to stop until we win the Big Ten championship.
We've had a more challenging spring ball than we've ever had. We've had a more challenging fall camp than we've ever had. It has not been easy, but there's confidence growing with that. When you've gotten through fall camp and you're approaching game week, you have a strong understanding of who you are as a team, what your identity is. But one thing I'm very confident in is that this group has been prepared to achieve at a high level on game day. We know we have a huge challenge ahead of us in Tulane, but no better way to kick off the season with a road opponent of the caliber of Tulane.